Okay, bud.
Oh, yeah?
We're doing a trilogy here.
It's a trilogy.
Yeah. So what do you want to read this week? Shotgun Wedding or Mr. Popular?
It's been so long. I forgot that was a thing.
Last time you
Yeah.
read Breakfast in a Can.
Yeah, I remember that. Mortified. But the reception's been great, and a lot of people still really want to hear it
I
get
love
finished. I'll do Shotgun Wedding.
All right, here we go. This one you wrote it in red ink this time.
Why do I write everything in not normal? Jesus Christ, I can't even read this. Do I have a learning disability? Is this how I find out? Okay.
Shotgun Wedding by Mitch Davis.
Sorry in advance. This is going to be hard, too, because I just scratched out words and wrote back over them again. Okay. Oh, boy. Shotgun Wedding. One night of fun, now you're done. Shotgun Wedding. Daughter gave it up to you, now you're through. Shotgun Wedding. Didn't pull out? What's that about? Shotgun Wedding. Girls of Passion, it's a... Girls of Passion, it's a fashions? Shotgun Wedding. Yeah, this is really good. You don't get what I could give to you. I'll show it to you when I'm drunk. So many feelings can't get through.
I don't know about that line.
Too bad I'm so tired of faking the funk. I don't know what any of that means, but it sounds like the implication's not good. Jesus Christ. It's no good living in the hood. Shotgun Wedding. Oh my God. Some 41. Plenty of Skrilla, no filla.
Dude,
Shotgun Wedding.
What do you have against Sum 41?
I don't know. That's two songs.
Yeah.
I like Sum 41. Oh boy. Okay. Fine ass women doing the chunky chicken. Shotgun Wedding. What's the chunky chicken? Did I think funky chicken? And I just didn't know what it was?
I don't know.
Well, this one I'm getting off easy because I can't read how it finishes. It's probably not good. It says, I thought playing the guitar fine. The women disappear. The words trail off. This is not me bailing out of...
So maybe you had started off your day with a breakfast in a can and tried to write a song afterwards.
This is real bad. Shotgun Wedding.
Good job, dude.
Thank you. This is good. This is actually in your handwriting on the back is a list of stage names.
What?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's my handwriting?
This looks like your handwriting, not mine.
Let me see.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and read these stage names you came up with?
Oh, no, that's James's handwriting.
Oh, is that
Are you
James's?
kidding me? Look at nobody. That's 100% James's handwriting.
It's not mine, and you handed it to me, so I assumed it was yours.
Vocals, James Grant. Jimothy Grant.
That's a cool stage name.
Guitar, AJ Bartholomew. A-Jay, AJ the Greek.
Cool.
Bass, Mitch Davis. Sir Thomas Swift.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into that inside joke, but yeah.
I stand by it.
And drums, Chris Bartholomew, Chris Awful.
Chris Awful. That's actually kind of a cool punk rock
Yeah,
drum
yeah.
name.
That sounds like an Anti-Flag type deal. Okay, so this was definitely from like 2002 era, like low class. So we're going way back because it's just the four of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm even more absolved about how terrible that was because we were probably I was probably 14 for
That was
that one.
real good. Amazing.
Yikes. Well, I'm sorry, everyone.
That would have been my favorite one so far.
I wrote in the hood on there.
So you're right. That's the third song I've made you read, and in two of them you have really had it out for Sum 41.
Random shots fired at Sum 41 that have nothing to do with anything else in the song.
Interesting shit.
I'm learning new stuff about myself every time we do this.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, this is the Remember the Times podcast.
Hello, everyone.
I'm Mitch. This is AJ. I'm also super embarrassed by what I just had to read.
I'm thoroughly enjoying our new intro here, just reading Mitch's old unfinished lyrics.
I'm also really pumped that they can't go on forever. There's only so many.
You know what we could do is just start reading James's unfinished songs.
That feels like unnatural and mean. Or unduly mean.
We'll see. If he keeps posting weird pictures of me in our
That's
group
fair.
chat, then all bets are off.
Yeah.
You know what to do, James, if you don't want that.
You can make this stop.
Okay, guys. So now we're jumping ahead back to 2007, where we left off. If you remember from last episode, what we left off is that we just won some kind of contest show to open at a festival on the Queen Mary for Killswitch Engage and My Chemical Romance. That's what we were told.
Very thrilled about opening for those big headliners.
Yeah, and then a very how do you want to call her?
I'd say an eager
Fan.
Yeah, fan just person reached out to us online.
Reached out to us online, started helping us out, tried to get us interviews. I feel like she did get us a couple of reviews. And then started.
I think that was the thing is
right?
that she didn't do nothing. She didn't do nothing.
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
happened. So we were like, "Oh, this person must be legit."
Obviously happening, yeah. So we're at this point in time, we're about to play at the in a few months' time. We're about to play at the Queen Mary, and then, thanks to this person, we are about to do about a 3-week tour in Canada. One of the shows was going to be at a strip club. Yes, we said that as well. So. That's what we're looking forward to. We're all super excited. And now we're in April 2007. And wouldn't you know it, we're back at Saddle Ranch again for what I think was the 5th time in just 4 months.
That's our gig. That's our home now.
So, again, don't remember which fucking one this was. But we played at Saddle Ranch on the Universal City Walk again. Do you remember? Couldn't. No way.
We might have played the same set every single time for the most part.
I would bet. I definitely remember we played Power Rangers a lot up there.
We were getting really tight as a result of the Saturday shows, because who knew playing a live show every single week? Like, you could really lock it in.
With practicing, yeah. Honestly, like practicing and then playing live a lot is not the same.
Yeah,
it's not the same thing.
You can practice, and then like when you show up and you're playing on stage, and like you've got monitors now, and you've got like new sound issues, and the lighting's different, and everything's thrown off.
And I don't know how you feel, but like even if there's like 2 people there that you don't know, it's like it's different because now you're performing for someone, and it feels completely different and can be more nerve-wracking depending on who's in the crowd.
But you practice, so when it's nerve-wracking, your hands know where to go.
Mm-hmm. That's what you do. So nothing happened, but shortly after that show, I got a very interesting phone call. If you guys remember a few episodes before, I started working for Family Clothing, which was owned by Fletcher Drag from Pennywise, Kevin Lyman, who was the owner of Warped Tour, and another guy who's a buddy of ours, Ken Seaton. And so basically 5 days a week, I would go just get to hang out with Fletcher and go help him run his clothing company that he was trying to get off the ground. It was probably one of the coolest jobs I've had outside of being a musician. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to say that's number 2. I can't even. All my other jobs super sucked.
It was cooler than Jamba Juice?
So much cooler than Jamba Juice. So much cooler than the Custard Factory. What the hell else did I do?
Various restaurants.
I don't want to talk about it. But Ken called me one day and said him and Fletcher had been talking, and they wanted to know if we wanted to go on Warped Tour that summer.
The Vans Warped Tour.
And I was, yes, we do.
Yeah.
We'll
take it. Thank you.
We'll take it. I don't even know if I like spoke for a while when he said that. Like, I don't know what I said to him.
Yeah, that's like the call.
Yeah, like the thing that me getting that job was, I was hoping it was going to do. It happened. We got asked to be on Warped Tour. And the only thing he said, I remember like so clearly, he was like, all right, you guys can do it, but you got to change your name. Like, your name sucks. Like, that's not a good name. I was like, whatever you want, like, we'll do it. Like, yeah, we're 100% going to go. And I knew we were going to do it, but I didn't talk to anybody. I was just like, yeah. We're going to go.
I think we were all kind of on the same page too with the name, that we had like,
yeah,
we had picked it early in high school, and we were just like, yeah, it's our name because it's our name.
Yeah, totally. 100%. So, but did you remember me telling you that we got asked to do Warped Tour?
No, I remember finding out that it was happening, but I don't remember like the scenario around it, and then starting to like, okay, so we need to change our name.
Yeah.
Having that discussion. But I remember part of the reasoning was we're going to be on tour. We don't want to have to explain what SBNC is every single time we tell somebody our band name.
Yeah, which was like we were already like doing, and our name was getting put up wrong on flyers. Like we were SNBC a lot, like the movie, like the fucking TV channel. In fact, one of our ticket stubs from the Roxy that I have has exactly that, like, or SDNC, I think it was.
It's only 4 letters.
Yeah, it's not good. So I don't remember how I told you, to be honest, but or Chris, I called Josh and told him, and he just like started screaming on the phone. And he drove over to my house, ran in my backyard, and we just like jumped up and gave each other like a big hug. Like, yeah, like a movie thing. Like, we fucking did it. And then Sean was actually on like a vacation or something. And he came back and he came over to Chris and I's house, and we told him together, we were like, hey bud, we're not going to be able to do that Canada tour anymore. And he's like, oh, bummer. Like, why not? I was like, well, Fletcher and Ken called me. And he's like, yeah. I was like, and they asked us to do something else. And he's like, what? No, really? And he knew exactly what I was talking about. He's like, oh my fucking God. So like, yeah, we literally, everyone could not have been more excited about this. So what the deal was that we were going to have to, we got to do the entire 2-month Warped Tour. We were going to have to, it was called the Family Stage, which was a new thing they were doing. I think it was only around 1 year prior to us doing it. We would set up our own stage outside to play to everybody in line while they were waiting to get in. So we had to play at 10 a.m. And then if there was room for us later on in the day, which there was quite a bit, we would play a double set, like on an actual stage during the thing. Mm-hmm. And we also had to run not only our merch booth, but the merch booth for the family clothing line that I was working for. We gladly agreed.
Yeah, we're like, we'll do that. Yes,
we'll do that.
Whatever.
So we had a meeting with Ken and Fletcher. We went over to Ken's house, and they just like kind of filled us in on what touring was like, what Warped Tour was like, because we had done no touring. I think at this point we'd played in New York once and Arizona once, and that was it.
I wasn't involved in that meeting, I don't think, right?
You didn't get to go to that?
I don't think I ever been to Kevin Lyman's house. I feel like
No, not Kevin. Ken's.
Ken Seaton's.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
I'm pretty sure we were all there for that.
Okay. I mean, that's why I was confused. Like, that sounds like something we should all be there for.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty positive we were all there because they wanted to talk to all of us and let us know what we were getting into. I was just like, I couldn't believe, like, yeah, like, okay, so you have to do this, that, like, this is what's going to happen. You know, like, this is what you're going to get yourself into. This is what you have to do to prepare for it. I don't know why this stands out, but in my head, but Fletcher was asking Ken, because Pennywise was doing the tour as well, and he asked Ken, he's like, who'd you get for merch? And he's like, oh, I got Taco. He's like, Fletcher was like, oh, you fucked us. Half joking.
Yes.
We will meet Taco later, and I'm very excited.
Great dude.
Just one of the best dudes ever. Yeah, he's totally joking, but I remember him saying that, and then they kind of bickered about that for a minute. But so at this point, now we're going on Warped Tour, just completely.
Yeah. Maybe we'll go on Warped Tour after we open for Kill Switch.
For Kill Switch and that,
we had to cancel our Canadian tour.
Yeah.
Things are really looking up.
Yeah, but we didn't know how to tell Kim that we were going to have to cancel it. So I remember we like changed, before we decided to change our name, we were just like, we changed our MySpace name to SBNC is on Warped Tour with like a bunch of exclamation points. And that's how Kim found out. She was a little hurt that we didn't like tell her.
We could have handled it better.
Yeah, but I was like, I'm sorry. We were told to announce it now, and we can't not take Warped Tour.
Yeah, we got to do what they say, and we're saying yes.
Yeah, we have to. And she like understood, but she was bummed. Next episode, you will find out the end of the Kim story. But this is where we're leaving it right now, is that was bummed that we did not tell her, because she had already apparently been booking us a tour.
She booked the strip club.
Yeah, she did book the strip club. Yeah. So that was wild. We are April 11th, 2007. So somewhere between April 4th and April 11th, that all happened. Everything changed. And we played at the Westchester Grill on April 11th. I do not remember anything about the show. I just remember a couple of the guys from A Dying Dream were there, and they were asking like what we were doing, and I was like, oh, we're going on Warped Tour. And one of the guys was like, I could tell he was like, where the fuck did they get that? Like, I could just see it on his face, like, because they were doing so much better than us. Like, how the fuck did you guys get on that?
We were the little kid band that they were like bringing to these shows.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we're gonna be on Warped Tour this summer.
No big deal. Yeah. That's literally the only thing. It was after our set. And then we played at Saddle Ranch again on April 25th. I do not remember, again, anything about this one except for the fact that Ken was setting up us meeting our tour mates, Fathom, at this one.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
I
meeting
do.
them there? Yeah. I don't like really remember meeting them. I remember watching them play and just like getting a feel for it. They had done Warped Tour and the Family Stage the year prior in 2006. So they were going to like show us the ropes of what like our job on the tour was and stuff, which like more or less was, they had to tell us like, it's like, you can't really like tell us, like we have to like show you what's going to happen.
See you first day.
Yeah. But, we were, but so yeah, that's where we met them and we became really good friends with them.
Yeah.
Pretty much like right away on the tour, but
I still talk to some of the guys today.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if their stuff's online. I feel like Ken probably has their stuff online, but they were a great band. They're not active anymore, but man, I really loved listening to them. They were more rock and we were, like a metal band, but I remember they told us that they had their own PA that they were bringing, which like we had no concept of running such a thing.
You have a PA?
Yeah, like what the fuck? Yeah, so they had this whole console. But so yeah, now we're starting to try and figure shit out, which we'll definitely dive into next one. But like everything now is just like we're kind of like on cloud nine at every show. It doesn't even matter if it's good or bad. It's like whatever, fuck it ever. Like we're going on Warped Tour.
Every show that's the main thing I remember is that after finding out about Warped, every single show is just like, who gives a fuck about this show? We're gonna be on Warped Tour.
Ready now.
This is all practice for Warped.
I had actually I know. I went to music school, so you probably aren't even going to be like, oh, fucking whatever. But I was doing well at the music school until this point. I had like a 3.8 or something.
Like, why am I still going here? Like, I already made it.
Yeah. So when I found out we were on Warped, I was like, I found out we were on Warped, and a buddy of ours we went to high school with that like passed away, like kind of suddenly, and I like missed a couple of days for like the funeral and everything, and then right after that, I found out about Warped, and I was just kind of like, I'm out. Like,
yeah, I'm all done with school.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, this was the goal anyways, so why do I? Yeah, I can play the guitar enough. Yeah. I can play the songs I wrote. So I was done with that, basically. Yeah, I started doing poorly. But anyways, April 26th, oh, geez, the day after Saddle Ranch, day after we met Fathom, we played at Dipiazza's in Long Beach, which I think we had already played there at this point, right?
Yes.
We had to. I'm pretty sure we went over that somewhere. This is a very legendary venue in Long Beach. It's not a big venue by any means, but so many bands play there in this area. It's quite a pretty prominent tour stop. Another thing they offer, kind of like the venues in Hollywood, if you pay them, you can get your set not filmed, but you can get the audio, which at the time of this release, you will be able to hear our live set. Yeah, on all streaming platforms and our YouTube channel.
Oh, nice.
Live at Dipiazza's. It's a 3-song banger. We were actually, I think we were getting this done specifically to be on an album, compilation album for a record label.
Okay.
Who will not be named, but will come up later.
They want to have like a live songs compilation?
Yeah, yeah. So we were doing that, even though we weren't on the label. Yeah. So we got it filmed. You can hear it. It's actually pretty interesting. Most of the songs were not released at this point, but for anybody who has heard us like in our Allura days, you will hear like the first drafts basically of the Allura songs on these, and like I didn't even remember how much we had changed until I heard this live.
Yeah,
I was like, oh,
this
shit.
This is how we originally wrote
I
this.
fucking forgot we did that. Yeah. So it's a pretty interesting listen, and you can actually kind of hear our friends in the background yelling and stuff.
Cool.
Do you remember anything about this show? Do you remember filming or getting it recorded?
No, I do remember that. I remember hearing it and being like, "Ooh, is that what I sound like?"
That's kind of it.
And
yeah.
and then at Dipiazza's being in Long Beach, I remember a bunch of my Long Beach friends.
Sure. I have a memory of this. I don't. So I guess my girlfriend was coming to surprise me at this show because she didn't live in LA at the time, and I guess she was like trying to set up this surprise with Sean, like making sure like I was going to be there at a certain time or whatever. And Sean tried to throw me off. I don't know why he did this, but he tried to throw me off that my girlfriend was coming by saying my ex-girlfriend was coming. And that I was like, why the fuck is she coming? Well, now I'm all, this is going to be weird.
Your ex-girlfriend is coming to surprise you.
Yeah.
Just kidding. It's your current girlfriend.
Yeah.
What a great prank.
Yeah, that was a weird thing, Sean. That's like my only memory of that. But yeah,
I kind of remember him like hiding her in a car or something like that, and like
is that what it was?
Or yeah, something like.
I still don't know why he said that. But
Yeah.
it was too long ago to remember.
He's trying real hard to throw you off the scent.
yeah, basically. Like, thanks, dude. Anyways, but nothing that. But it is cool to hear those three songs. So they're up now for you. And then our last show for the episode. This is also our very last show as SBNC. This is the end of an era.
I didn't know that was going to happen so soon.
Yeah, actually, it's kind of crazy. It's so May 12th, 2007, we played at the Joslin Center, and we actually became SBNC in May 2003. So we're basically SBNC for exactly 4 years.
Interesting.
Yeah. I didn't know that till just now.
I didn't either.
Yeah, that felt like a very long 4 years. But we hadn't picked a name yet. But
we just knew that it was going to be different by the next time we
by
played.
the next time it was playing, yeah, like we had to pick a name because they had to like put it in the Warped Tour catalog, and we had to start getting merch printed. So we had to like,
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about that. But anyways, so our final show was at the Joslin Center. It was with Katsumoto, Dawn the Reader, and A Dying Dream. Shocking, A Dying Dream, again, and we all decided to play on the floor instead of the stage. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I don't know why we did that. I think this is the last, like, one of the last floor shows for, like, you know, an original band that we'd ever done. But, if not the last one. But, yeah, we decided to play on the floor. No idea why, which is way more punk rock. Do you remember much about this one, or just, like, the whole...
Not really, no. I remember playing on the floor at the Joslin Center.
Yeah.
Maybe, was there something up with the stage, or was it all just by choice?
I'm pretty sure it was by choice. I think like Katsumoto was first, and they were like, you know what, we just want to punk rock it today, and then everybody else decided to just follow suit.
Nobody wanted to be like, oh well, we want to be on the stage.
Yeah. So it was a really, really good show. I do actually remember a lot about this one. I remember before the set, A Dying Dreams merch guy, I was just talking to him, and he was like, hey, you finally got plugs, because I'd been stretching them for like 2 years, and I was like, just proud of that somebody finally noticed that my ears were that, because that was like such a big thing at the time, you know. So much so that it stuck out in my head that somebody noticed that my ears were finally stretched that much. During our set, we were playing a song that you can hear on the live Dipiazzas. It's going to be an eventual Allura song. We were playing a song called Hide to Get By, and when we were done, Vigil came up and like put his arm around me, and everyone was like clapping, and I had no idea what was going on with that. In my head, I thought this was kind of a remnant thing. So I had went to go see A Dying Dream at the Glass House a few months prior with Melissa Hershey, who we had we just played at her house, and we went out to go see them, and it happened to be one of their guitar players was leaving the band. It was their last show, his last show, and I was talking to Vigil afterwards. I was like, "Oh man, he's leaving. Like, you know, that sucks. I've been, you know, like, we love you guys. Like, that was great." And he's like, "Yeah, it's a bummer, but so you know, we're looking for a new guitar player now. So if you know anybody, you let me know." And just like the way he looked at me and the way he said that, to me that felt like,
Oh,
let me know if you want to do it.
Yeah.
Like that was the feeling that I got. And I didn't want to like, obviously that was like a pretty like tempting thing to do because they were doing so good, but I didn't want to leave you guys. So I didn't really answer him. But when he put his arm around me, that, I don't know, maybe I was doing a good job or something, but to me that felt like an extension of him asking if I wanted to be in a dying dream. Now I doubt he remembers any of that. And if somebody's like, "Oh, AJ said, did you ask him to be in a dying dream?" Like I don't.
It was all, as of right now, it's all inferred by you.
Yes.
Back in 2007.
Yeah, but this was but like,
I mean, it sounds reasonable.
yeah, the way he said it, he like pointed at me, like I'm pretty sure he did. And actually, like 2 years prior, they did ask Chris to be the drummer of A Dying Dream as well, when they were still on Media Scare. I guess they're on Media Scare for a while, but yeah, they asked Chris to literally be the drummer outright, and he turned it down as well too, because he didn't want to leave us either. So that's kind of wild, but yeah.
Yeah, nobody asked me to be in any other bands.
Well, Visual wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah,
but so that was that, and then on the same note of A Dying Dream, not only was this our last show of SBNC, we were just all hanging out in the front afterwards. This was A Dying Dream's last show as A Dying Dream.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was talking to. I specifically remember talking. Sorry, Vigil's the singer of The Ghost Inside, or A Dying Dream, and he was like, "Man, you guys are going Warped Tour. You guys are gonna have so much fucking fun. That's awesome." I was like, "Yeah, thanks, man. That's great. Like, what's next for you guys?" And he was like, "We're actually about to change our name. We're switching it up." And he said we're gonna be The Ghost Inside now. They had like taken everything off of their MySpace. The only thing they left was The Brave. Their song "The Brave," which they eventually re-recorded as "The Ghost Inside" as well. But yeah, so that's kind of a weird coincidence. Yeah. That was all the same.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Very same thing. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the end of episode 37. We are on Warped Tour. SBNC is done, and A Dying Dream is done. So yeah.
And wild from the ashes, new bands emerge.
New bands emerge. You're going to hear all about it next episode.
Oh, boy.
Gets crazy.
And I think next episode, if my math is right, is going to come out on All Hallows Eve. So prepare for spooky surprises. No, I mean, we probably won't do anything. That'd be cool if we did. They probably
imagine what it'd be like if we did, right?
Yeah. It'd be pretty cool. Yeah, we're not going to. I just wanted to point out that I know when the next episode will come out.
You know what I haven't said in a while? James has a tiny mouth.
I thought we were done saying that.
But he still does, though.
Well, I thought you made a promise.
Did I? I don't remember.
If you did, you broke it.
All right, well, I'm sorry. I won't say it again.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, you guys. This has been Remember Times Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff.
Bye.
Bye.